Previous episode recap. In the remote jungles of Africa, there was a mysterious ancient kingdom where people worshipped a god called the Golden Eagle. Village girls were married to the Golden Eagle god, atop a mountain, an eagle. The golden statue was overlooking the village. The tribes believed that within these mountains was a mysterious world ruled by the Golden Eagle. Traditionally, when the Golden Eagle fell in love with a village girl, she was decorated and dressed as a bride, then sent through a secret door in the underworld of the mountain to the world of the gods, never to return. The girls who went to this hidden and terrifying world were the brides of the Golden Eagle for some time, then they had to become the brides of every man in this world. In the village, a beautiful girl named Maya attracts the gods' attention, much to the dismay of her lover, Jordan. Despite her efforts to hide it, Maya is inevitably chosen. Jordan, deeply in love, allowed the elders to accompany him. As they enter the world of Golden Eagle, they begin a new chapter in a mysterious and surreal domain. Now let's see what happened to them, whether they were able to leave this world or not, and Maya became the bride of Golden Eagle and other men of this world or not. Shani, the girl, accompanied Jordan. She took out a white garment from a wooden box nearby and handed it to him, saying, "Wear this. From now on, this will be your attire, as everyone here wears it. Let me help you change into it." As she began to unbutton Jordan's shirt, she said, "Don't be shy. From today, I am like your wife and will live in this room with you as your wife, fulfilling your every need. Once you become familiar with the environment here, you can live life as you wish." Jordan wore the clothes, and by then, he felt a bit hungry. He told Shani that he was feeling hungry. Shani took him to a large hall where there were huge containers of food placed on a high platform, and some people were serving food onto plates while another person was handing out bread. Shani seated him at a table and brought food for both of them, explaining that this food was provided by the state at no cost and anyone could eat as much as they wanted. As it was evening, the dining hall remained open for 2 hours, and everyone had to eat within that time. While they were eating, another couple at a nearby table was also having their meal and laughing together. After finishing their meal, they walked outside, emerging from the tunnel into the open sky. Jordan was pleasantly surprised to see a completely different world, with lush green fields and crops stretching as far as the eye could see. On one side, there was a beautiful park where men and women were sitting and chatting happily. In front of them, a beautiful African girl and an older man were holding hands and talking. Jordan and Shani sat at a table, and Shani explained that after work and dinner, people came here to enjoy themselves until nightfall, after which they would go to their rooms with their chosen partners and spend the night with them, and physical conjugal pleasures will be enjoyed. No one could force or disturb anyone here, as the environment and the power of the Golden Eagle deity kept everyone's emotions in check, preventing any negative thoughts. This made the atmosphere peaceful. Shani said, "Let's go to our room." They went to their room and lay down on the beds placed next to each other, talking. Shani said, "From tomorrow, you will start your work, doing what you know best. I will go to my job, and we will meet here after work, spend time together, and then have dinner." They spent the night, and when they woke up in the morning, the day had already started. They got ready and went to the dining hall for breakfast. Jordan mentioned that he knew how to make swords. Shani said, "All right, come with me. I'll take you to the place where knives are made, and you can start your work." Jordan started working at the knife-making shop, where a person was already present. He taught Jordan all the necessary tasks, and Jordan began working. During this time, Jordan surprisingly did not think about his beloved, Maya, as intensely as he used to. Even when he tried to think about her, his thoughts could not go very far, and he returned to his work. In the evening, when it was time to leave, Shani came to pick him up, and they returned to their room, changed clothes, and went to dinner. When they arrived at the dining hall, Jordan noticed that the couple from the previous day was different. The girl who had been with one man was now with another. Shani explained that this was common here. Men and women who liked each other would spend time together as long as they wished. If a woman wanted to leave a man, she would simply inform him, and he would let her go without any fuss. Similarly, if a man liked a woman, he would express his interest, and if the woman agreed, they would spend time together. There were no restrictions or compulsions in these matters. Jordan was surprised by how different this was from the outside world, where such relationships were strictly controlled. He thought about this while eating and then went back to his room with Shani. Despite Shani's attempts to attract him, Jordan did not respond and went to sleep, thinking about his beloved Maya and wondering where she was and how she was doing. He asked Shani where the golden eagle deity resided. Shani replied that she would show him the house where the golden eagle lived the next morning. Jordan asked if the women who became brides of the golden eagle lived in one place. Shani explained that the golden eagle chose women who came to this world and lived in different rooms in his residence. They lived there until the golden eagle allowed them to join the rest of the community, where they would live like everyone else. Jordan was worried that if Maya was not in her senses, so Maya, like other women in this mysterious world of golden eagle, became the wife of some man every day. He decided that he would try to enter the golden eagle's residence the next night and rescue Maya. The next morning, on their way to work, Shani showed him a corridor with rooms on both sides, explaining that this was where the golden eagle's residence was, and the women and servants lived there. Jordan memorized the place and planned his escape. In the evening, after work, they returned to their room, had dinner, and went out for a walk. Jordan pointed to a path and asked where it led. Shani told him it led to a cemetery where the deceased were buried and that no one went there. Jordan thought it would be a perfect hiding place. Later, Jordan and Shani entered a room with a stage where a man and woman were singing while others listened. After spending some time there, they returned to their room. Jordan pretended to be very sleepy and went to bed, telling Shani she could sleep or go out. After ensuring Shani was asleep, he quietly sneaked out and headed towards the golden eagle's residence. He avoided the guards and reached the residence, but he did not know which room Maya was in. He listened at some doors but heard nothing. He checked another room with a beautifully colored curtain and peeked inside, finding Maya asleep. However, he realized that Maya might not be in her senses and might not recognize him. He quickly entered the room and gently shook her. When Maya opened her eyes, she stared at him in surprise and stood up, asking, "How did you get here?" Jordan replied, "I came to take you away. Let's try to escape from here." Maya said, "We don't know the way out." Jordan told her, "I have found a hiding place, and from there, we can find a way out because I saw sunlight coming in." Maya held his hand, and they started moving towards the cemetery. As soon as they left the room, a guard standing in a corridor saw them from a distance. However, they quickly entered the cemetery corridor and started running. As they moved forward, the darkness grew because it was nighttime, and there was no light in that direction. After a few minutes of running, they reached the cemetery, but they could hear the voices of guards searching for them coming from behind. They both hid behind a large rock. The guards ran to their location, looked around, and entered another corridor, exiting to the other side. Maya and Jordan remained hidden there for several hours. Eventually, they saw faint morning light coming from one side. They noticed a vent high above, letting in a little light. As more time passed, the light grew brighter because the sun had risen outside. They began to slowly climb towards the vent. As they climbed, the vent got closer, and its opening was large enough for a person to easily pass through. Jordan said to Maya, "You go out first." After Maya got out, Jordan also came out. When they emerged, they saw that they were standing at the base of a mountain, and below, there was a path leading away. They started walking on this path. After a while, they realized that they were in the vicinity of their village. However, They decided not to return to their village and instead go to another place where people did not know them. They planned to get married there and live the rest of their lives happily. They feared that if they returned to their area, people might send them back to the world of the golden eagle. Thank you for watching our story. If you enjoyed this tale of the golden eagle and want to hear more fascinating African folktales, please make sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Stay tuned for more exciting stories and adventures. Your support means the world to us. See you in the next video.